Let's make this super easy, incredibly moist, and delicious air fryer banana bread. This is a delicious twist on a classic favorite that everyone loves. Of course, we all know that air fryers can make food crispy, but we obviously do not want that for banana bread. So I'm going to show you how to achieve a result that's super moist and delicious. I think it's amazing you can get results like this in an air fryer. This banana bread recipe is perfect if you're looking for a quick, delicious treat without all the mixing and mess. I'm also going to share with you a few tips and tricks on how to make the best banana bread you'll ever have. If you're not an all-year-round baker, I can promise you this banana bread recipe is stress-free and foolproof. Anyone can do this and make an incredible banana bread. Thank you to Midea Flexify French door air fryer oven for sponsoring this video. First things first, let's talk bananas. Now, if you've got bananas that are brown and spotty, you're good to go. The riper the bananas, the more flavorful your banana bread will be. But if you're working with green bananas, I've got a trick to speed up the ripening process. Normally, you could put them on a tray and roast them in the oven, which I've done many times before, but I'm going to use my air fryer today. It heats up way faster than a regular oven and speeds up the ripening too. Just pop them in at 350 degrees Fahrenheit until they're a deep, dark color and soft to the touch. One thing to keep in mind is that they might darken on the outside before softening up inside. So check to make sure they're nice and squishy. Of course, this step is optional. If your bananas are already super ripe, you can skip this step. Now, if you're familiar with the way I make banana bread, you'll know I like to make the batter using a blender. It's quick and easy, and there's no dirty bowls. It doesn't get any better than that. However, there is a trick to it. You need to pulse and blend the ingredients just for a few seconds, otherwise you'll end up with a collapsed banana bread with a gummy texture. So while my blender banana bread recipe is quick and easy, I'm going to show you exactly the steps you need to follow to get good results. In a big blender, add the banana cut into small pieces. Now I do like to use a scale, that way, as mentioned, there's minimal cleanup. If you're using a scale, just make sure to tare it after every addition. In exactly this order, you're going to add the yogurt, warm melted butter or oil, vanilla, 2 large eggs, and the sugar. Because brown sugar can form clumps, I'm going to add it directly to the wet ingredients. You want to pulse or blend on medium for about 5 to 8 seconds until smooth. This should only take a few seconds. We don't want to incorporate air, otherwise the banana bread will collapse. You're going to add the flour, the baking soda, salt, and cinnamon. Pulse the blender on and off on medium-high for about 5 seconds, no longer than this. After 5 seconds of pulsing, you'll most likely have unmixed ingredients on the sides and bottom of the jug. Do not be tempted to continue to blend. Instead, take a spatula and just finish mixing by hand. You want to make sure to scrape the sides and bottom of the jug. At this point, your banana bread batter is done. You can add any mix-ins you like. Chocolate chips is a great option, but so are nuts. If you like to add nuts to your banana bread, I have a great tip for you. What most people tend to do is chop the nuts and add them to the batter. However, unless you've bought pre-roasted nuts, you really want to roast them to really wake up and develop their flavor. They're 100 times more delicious this way. Unroasted nuts are pretty bland. The easiest way to do this is to pop them on a baking sheet or air fryer basket and put them in your air fryer. I'm going to set my Midea Flexify French door air fryer oven to the roast setting and set the temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. They'll only take 5 minutes to roast. You'll smell them when they're ready. You want to do this step before making the batter so the nuts have time to cool while you're combining your ingredients. I like to chop mine quite finely, but this is completely up to you. Add the cool nuts to your batter and mix those through. Pour the batter into an 8x4-inch loaf pan lined with parchment paper, and you're going to bake your banana bread at 320 degrees Fahrenheit for 60 minutes on the lowest rack so it's not too close to the heat source. Baking the banana bread at a slightly lower temperature temperature and away from the heat source will ensure a soft and moist air fryer banana bread. If you're using a different air fryer, head to my website as the method will slightly change. What I love about the Midea Flexify French door air fryer oven is the capacity. Usually air fryers tend to be small, but you can make an entire meal for the family in this. I also love the glass door design so you can easily keep an eye on whatever you're making, and it's super easy to get food in and out. It's so easy to clean, and the oven has 10 different settings for things like air frying, baking, broiling, and even dehydrating. It's a great companion oven for busy mornings and making quick snacks with settings for toasting, cooking pizza, and reheating leftovers. If you want to know more, search Midea Flexify or check the link in the description box. Right now, you can get the oven at a discount, so the price you'll pay is $129.99. This deal will last from November 21st till December 2nd. That's a great deal for this oven, considering it's so much more than a simple air fryer. Once the banana bread has baked, do the toothpick test. If it comes out clean, the banana bread is ready. Gently release the sides using a spatula, then remove it from the loaf pan and allow it to cool for at least 1 hour on a rack before cutting into it. This banana bread is absolutely delicious. It is so moist and will stay soft for days. It's amazing how you can get such a great result using an air fryer. As always, I'll leave the full detailed and printable recipe on my website. Once you try this recipe, you won't go back to another banana bread.